Yo, what's good? It's your boy Juicy J, and I'm rocking out with the Quicksilver Show, Dominique the Diva. Shut the fuck up!
The legendary Juicy J is officially on the show right now.
Hey, what's up? What's good? What's good?
Juicy J, he be like, shut the fuck up. Okay. I just had to get that out the way. I had to get it out the way.
Oh, good. Ain't no
I love how he like recreated himself over the years. Let's take it back for a second, Juicy J Day One. You came out, 3-6 Mafia came out when? What year?
Probably 92, 93, somewhere around there.
So y'all are almost 30 years in the business. Like y'all have expanded decades for almost close to 30 years. And now 30 years later, Juicy J has a new album out called The Hustle Continues.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that, D?
That's lit. That's so dope.
Right.
I love Juicy J. A lot of people can't do that and continuously reinvent themselves and continuously be a tastemaker in this industry, showing everybody, you know, what they need to be doing. And the new project is dope. I was just listening to the joint with Lil Baby on there with 2 Chainz. That joint go crazy. And even from all the work you did with Wiz Khalifa, like we just love you. We just love you. How does it feel to have that longevity?
It feels good, you know. I love doing music. I've always wanted to be like this big Quincy Jones type, Berry Gordy, you know, music. And it seemed like it's happening for me. There's a lot of great things been happening, you know. Meg Thee Stallion, her album was top 5, like number 2 in the world. And
congratulations to you, by the way, of those.
Yes.
He produced damn near the whole album.
I want to thank you for the Freaky Girls joint, because we got a chance to talk to Megan a few weeks ago, and I was like, girl, what you know about a Dina Howard freak like me? What you know? And she said that it was very easy for you guys to link up.
Yeah.
With that joint?
How was it, man? How was it recording with Megan?
The vibe was great, man. The song I got on my album called "She Gon' Pop It." I don't know if y'all heard that or not.
Of course.
Yeah, that's down there at the bottom.
Yeah, that's the first song she recorded for me. You know what I'm saying? When we first came in the studio, we talked and, you know, bonded, and got the great vibes rolling. Then she said, "Play a song." I said, "Well, I got this record." I played it. She said, "Put me in the booth."
Right.
Yeah, we did. And I played another record. Said, "Put me in the booth."
Period.
Before you know it, Juicy J, how many albums you got on Megan? I mean, like, how many songs you produced on Megan's album? I feel like it was damn near the whole album.
No, it was 3. It was 3. It was 3.
It felt like more than 3. I guess because I heard that drop.
And Simon says, just we always know. And I remember. Yeah, exactly. That joint's platinum. And I'm telling you, you might have been to a lot of shows, but you ain't never been to a Juicy J show. Okay. You might not, you will know, because I was so tired when I left your show. I think it was when you were on tour with Wiz Khalifa. We was out at ODU in Virginia Beach, and I was just like, man, so much energy.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
Hey, Juicy J, speaking of Wiz Khalifa, of course, you got a record with Wiz called Damn High on the album, which is another banger. I got to ask a question. Who smokes most weed? Who smokes most weed, Wiz Khalifa or Juicy J?
Wiz Khalifa.
I think everybody gonna say that.
Yeah, you know.
Like, how much weed does Juicy J? I remember I was talking to Wiz, and Wiz said he spoke like, I can't remember exactly what it was.
He said 2 pounds.
2 pounds a day. I'm like, nigga, how? But like, how much weed does Juicy J smoke a day?
Man, you know, in quarantine, what I do is, right, I can't even say how, honestly, I don't even know how much I smoke a day. I just keep stuffing and smoking. But in quarantine, though, I've been, like, smoking a little bit, you know what I'm saying, clearing my head for a minute, playing with the kids. You know, I don't want to be too high around my kids, you know what I'm saying? And then I go back into smoking. So it's like spells, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a TV show. You know, the show is on and a commercial break happens.
You know what? I said the same thing to my friends, Juicy, not too long ago, and I learned that is something called microdosing. I was telling my friends, like, I need to see a little bit, and then I'll be focused, you know, throughout the day. And they were like, oh, that's called microdosing. So that's what it is. That's microdosing.
That's what I've been doing now in quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Before that, I was just, you know.
Damn high. So now microdoser, as Dominique Diva put up, microdoser?
Microdosing.
Microdosing.
That sounds very cliche.
Yes, darling. Well, that's dope though.
Speaking of smoking weed, you also got a weed company, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yep, a weed company with Gary V. It's called Asterisk. We just released some strains. We released two strains one called Wildflower, sold off the shelf. Nice. The other one was called Mystic Potion, sold off the shelf, and then we got a new one called Chronic Fog. It's about to go crazy.
Chronic Fog.
Chronic Fog.
That's woo.
Can Cricket Diva get some of that? Can you send some my way?
Look, yeah. Hold on, wait. Where y'all at? What's
DC?
DC.
Oh yeah, cause y'all legal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, DC is. DC
okay.
is.
Yeah,
that sounds like a good night rest.
We got you. You know
that sounds like some good sleep right there. Chronic Fog. What? You texted me last night, man. I fell asleep.
Hey,
that's dope. Tell me about the restaurant in downtown LA, because it's like a Soho vibe, but for like weed smokers.
Yeah. Soho vibe for weed smokers.
Nice.
They still building on it.
Yeah.
You know, with this pandemic, so everything is kind of just they build on it, they take a break, they build on it, they take a break. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing open. You can't open anything, so it don't matter if it's. It could be almost done. I mean, I haven't been down there in a long time, so you know it's been almost a year now. So. But when it opens up, when things get right, it's going to be the best place in the world. It's going to have a studio in it downstairs, a restaurant. You smoke much weed as you want. It's going to be real, very entertaining place.
And what's it called again?
Well, the name of the company, our weed company, is called Asterisk.
Gotcha.
We backed by Green Street. I think they make. I don't know exactly what they said they was gonna call the restaurant. They may call it Green Street. I don't know for sure.
Gotcha. But also, if you're just tuning into the show, of course, we're talking to the legendary Juicy J. I know I'm a fan of Nas, and kind of a two-part question. I know you kind of called Nas out on Verzuz. Will that ever happen?
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
And what made you pick out Nas of all people? Like, what made you say, I want Nas?
Nas is my favorite MC of all time. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I used to listen to Nas. I used to get a lot of inspiration from Nas. You know what I'm saying? So, just growing up as a youngin', playing his music. And I fuck with his music. So, yeah, man, I was like, man, you know, why not Nas, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, because I feel like Nas is here and I feel like I'm here. I mean, some people it's a different vibe, but I always.
It's a different vibe. That's what I was gonna say.
Right there, but recently, so they asked me a question about the Verzuz battle, and I said, look, man, honestly, like I think it might be a best match is me and Pharrell, because Pharrell was in a group and still in the group. I'm in the group, still in the group, and then he went solo. He produced a lot of stuff. A lot of people understand I produced a lot of stuff for Ludacris and stuff for Jeezy,
Katy Perry, everybody.
Yeah.
You know? And I got a track record now, and so does Pharrell. He got hits, I got hits too. You know.
Yeah, that is true.
He got like them big pop hits. I got them, you know, what they call the urban hits, and I got my underground hits, like Slob records that never got played on the radio, but you play Slob on Knob anywhere, they gonna turn the F up. You dig?
I corn on the dog, check it with me, and then do your job.
You know, I definitely brought up that record when everybody was making a big deal out of WAP, and I'm like, this isn't the nastiest song we've ever heard. You know what I mean? We over here talking about natural curly hair, like y'all gotta chill. We've been doing it, but of course, when the ladies do it, it's a little bit different. I would have never thought of you and Nas at Verzuz, so it's good to know. Like this is my favorite rapper, but you and Pharrell, I could see that now that you mention it, as far as, you know, the production credits and the longevity and the variety of the bag. But I don't even know if Pharrell would do it. I thought at one point they said that 3-6 was going against Bone Thugs or something, and then I didn't think that was a good match.
Well, that didn't have nothing to do with me. Somebody
they just
Paul and Crazy Bone put that together, and then people tagging me in it because they thought I was gonna be in it. You know, like I said, I don't even know what happened with that. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, Juicy J, and I didn't mean to cut you off. When you said that's something that they were doing. Is everything good with all the 3-6 Mafia? Y'all still a group?
Yeah, we still a group. We don't well, I don't talk to too many people too much. Like I talk, you know, here and there, you know what I'm saying, me and Paul on business and stuff, but man, everything is still good though. Like, you know, yeah, we got a tour coming up. We got a lot of shows coming up, man. You know, I love those dudes, man, to the end, man. You know, created a lot. You know, groups always had their differences, but we created a lot and started a whole super trend that's going on right now. It's crazy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got some shows. We got tours. Before this pandemic, we had a whole lot of shows, a lot of tours, and a lot of things. And when things get back right, hopefully we can tour overseas. I think it'd be dope if 3 6 Mafia went overseas, like Dubai and Japan, and just, you know, go on a world tour and then like make it a whole documentary of, you know what I'm saying, legendary artists that's been around for 30 plus years on the road together, you know?
Yeah.
And what's so dope about yourself, and I'm glad Diva brought this up, is that when you're talking about you and Pharrell, if y'all ever were to battle, a lot of people don't know like how deep your catalog is with producing. A lot of people know Juicy J, and especially if you came out in the last 10 years, if they said, I remember when Bands That Make a Dance came out, and somebody had said something like Juicy J new rapper or something. And I remember you like, new rapper, like, I've been out for 20 years, but there's somebody right now who heard Bands That Make Her Dance 10 years ago, and in their mind, this is this new rapper. It's the same with producing. This guy has been producing records for some of your favorite stars, from Katy Perry to Ludacris to Megan Thee Stallion to Young Dolph. Like, this guy's like some of your favorite artists, but is that something that on purpose you didn't want people to know? Because Pharrell, we know Neptunes. We don't know Juicy J, the producer. I know because I'm in the business, and Diva knows, but the average consumer, they have no idea that that's Juicy J.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose?
I never really put it out there like that, like I probably should have. I just move forward. I really don't think about a lot of the accomplishments I've done. I mean, I got an Oscar, you know. I don't never really think about it. I'm just in the studio working. I just move forward, and I don't like try to let that stuff get to me, because, you know, I feel like if I start thinking about all the stuff I've done, I might be like, man, nigga, you know what I mean?
Hey, Diva, correct me if I'm wrong, Diva. Sometimes you got to remind people. It's not about being because right now when somebody sees Nas and Juicy J or Pharrell and Juicy J, they're like, man, absolutely not. Pharrell's going to kill him. Nas and people who don't know, they're like, oh, I didn't know. So I had no idea. Juicy J did all that. We don't know.
No, that's right though. That makes sense. That's why this project is called The Hustle Continues.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, that makes sense as to why this project is called The Hustle Continues. Because he's like, I don't even be thinking about them accolades. I'm just getting my hustle on, continuing getting my hustle on. That makes sense.
But, you know, and then the element of surprises is I love surprising people. Like, when people thought I was a brand new artist, I ain't gonna lie, man, I actually felt good because I was surprised.
I think he was like the new artist category, Diva, like 10 years ago, and I'm like,
I don't know. This next generation, Missy performed at a thing. They was like, oh, this new Missy Elliott girl. And I'm like, yo, y'all need to do some research.
You know what? On some true stuff. When I was doing my underground stuff after 3 6 Mafia, my record label called my lawyer and was like, hey, we want to sign this guy named Juicy J. And my lawyer's like, you idiots. Juicy J is already signed y'all. He's in 3 6 Mafia, you dumbass. And like, they was like, oh, really?
Mr. Bands That Make Her Dance, he's a really good artist. We should look into him. He's been signed you for 20 years.
I'm telling you, this guy, he's got something.
Right. That's funny. That's a funny story. Hey, Juicy J, once again, man, the hustle continues, man. I know, of course, you got the weed company, you got the restaurant, you're producing for some of the biggest stars in music. You have an Oscar, you have Grammy nominations from Hustle and Flow. I mean, the accolades, and I'm not just trying to toot your horn, but I love giving artists their flowers when we speak to them. You've done it all. Like, over the last 30 years, a lot of times, and I don't know why, when people think of the greats, when they think of the greats and the GOATs, you mentioned the same thing, you know, Jay-Z, Nas, Dr. Dre, but a lot of people don't say Juicy J when I think they should, because you've done, if not as much more than some of these other names that are getting mentioned. This is not us like throwing any shots at anybody else. This is that you're just as accomplished. What's next for Juicy J?
I want to score movies. Like, that's my next thing, and I got some things on the table. I feel like, you know, it's a lot of big, you know, these big name guys that be scoring these movies. I actually don't even know none of their names, but Hans Zimmerman, maybe him. I think I heard of him. Mm-hmm. They score these big movies. I feel like now it's time for me to step up to the game and want to score a whole movie.
Yeah, that's dope. And TV shows too. I think Raphael Sadiq and Solange helped with HBO's insecure, like stuff like that. That's dope. One last question I wanted to ask you, because you know how things go as far as sampling and whatnot on the production side, and a lot of the younger kids, they try to find like, oh, what's a good record for me to sample? And to be honest with you, like I really grew up, like middle school, high school was all 3 6 Mafia for me. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, like all of that, right? I'm buying the hats that y'all got in the video, like all of that, right? So I'm one of those people that's like, some songs you just can't touch. Don't you bother that. What would be like, you know, for someone that was inquiring about maybe like sampling, like I Gotta Stay Fly, or like any of those records, like, is there, like, how do you make the decision, like, yeah, okay, I'll clear that, and nah, you know? How is that, like, how do you make that decision, like, when you're gonna allow someone, when you're gonna clear a record for them to sample? Because I'm one of those people.
I'm sorry.
I'm one of those people that if I hear anyone sampling 3 6, I'm gonna be like, but is it popping though? Because if you messing it up, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I feel you. So what happens? I get an email from my I have an administrator. They administrate 3 6 Mafia Publishing. So I get an email and they be like, hey, this such and such wants, you know, clear your, when I want to use your song, and they use this much of your song, and the song is below. So I listen to the song and I clear it. But I don't really be tripping if I like the song or not. I don't really trip. I mean, like, money is money. I don't be, you know. Yeah, I let them have that. You know, I don't turn down samples, man. Sampling is a great thing. I mean, I used to sample back in my day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's so good to know. Because did you guys happen to see Shaka Khan? I know we got to wrap it up. Shaka Khan was not having it. Kanye sampled Through the Wire, and she was like, I hate it. I don't like that. And I was like, Shaka letting it be known, like, I ain't signed for that. But it's all good. That's interesting to know. Well,
yeah,
I'm going to be the one doing that saying, I don't like it. I don't know.
She the A&R. She going to A&R your project for you.
I don't know.
That'd be dope. I mean, it'd be a few of them like that I hear, but I mean, I don't be tripping, man. I'd be like, hey, man, you know, as long as you get that, I look. They also not only have the sample use, but they have how much money they're supposed to give us for the sample. So I'd be like, okay.
It sound that much better.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't like that record, but since he's giving me $1 million for it, it's not that bad.
I feel you.
It's okay, right?
I feel you.
Hey, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Hustle continues, of course, man. Support our guy. Of course, request the singles. Download the new project. I always love, in closing, just to allow any artist or anybody we speak with to leave some words of inspiration. Right now, we're all unfortunately, we're still dealing with this pandemic. We're still in COVID-19. Restaurants, businesses are closing daily. Kids are homeschooling. People are mentally just going through it. Not just, so I always say COVID-19 is affecting us mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. For anybody that's going through all of the above, if not something, because of this virus, and they needed to hear something from Juicy J, because Juicy J is an inspiration to us all for 30 years now. What would Juicy J say to somebody that's going through hell and they just need something to get them through today?
Don't give up. Don't give up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I used to go by, and I still go by all my life, because I've been in situations where I was, you know, two bedroom apartment, 6 people living there, sometime food, sometime not. You know what I'm saying? Kicked out of each apartment. I mean, it's just crazy, like super broke. So the thing that always stuck in my head was, don't give up, because you're gonna have doors slam in your face. You're gonna have bumps on the road in life. You just keep on going, because you know, you keep going, it's gonna get better.
Yep. Yeah. Don't give up. The hustle continues. Thank you so much, Juicy J. We appreciate you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
I'm that person that's like, happy holidays.
Thank you for the love.